Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ETF2L Season 39. We've made it all the way. It's the Prem upper bracket final here. We've got Ora Elektro trying to take on the clear number one so far. 4Toast been looking immaculate so far. It's up to Ora Elektro to try and upset them. My name, Wandum. We've got Wiethoofd on production, and then eepily is joining me.
Hi. I was
Hi,
going to be casting with Lucky today, and then turns out scheduling happened, and he couldn't make it because there was confusion about things. I'm having a good time, Juan. I'm having a good day. I'm looking forward to this game. You did spook me a bit when you were just like, oh, we've got that all the way to the end. But this is in fact not the grand final. This is the upper bracket final, which means that the winner of this goes through to that all important grand final. But the loser still gets another chance because we are running double elim this season.
I'm so excited that we're actually running double elim because at least personally, I think this means that there's the chance for a better grand final gets so much bigger, right? I mean, obviously you look at this season, it feels fairly 4Toast favored, but like ultimately getting these top teams the opportunity to sort of clash with each other, build a little bit more of a storyline as well, play each other. I think it's going to make the grand final so much better. And this is, I mean, it's a pretty intense game. Ora Elektro, I'm going to be honest here, eepily. I don't know if they can do anything.
See, I don't know, because kind of Ora Elektro went through a bit of like a renaissance over the season. Because, they start off with Scruff, and then they picked up Wiethoofd, who's been kind of just like hard carrying, like a beast. And then at the very end of the main season, Rons presumably couldn't play for a game, or they just wanted to play with Captain because they got Captain as it worked, and he kind of annihilated. Obviously, they don't have him this game, but Ora Elektro has kind of been going from strength to strength, and like as we saw in week 1 when 4Toast had that really weird result against the Yak team, they're not like completely, unbeatable or whatever. But actually, you know what? Before we go into all this, important stuff, what if I'm an idiot, Wandum? I know I know, right?
That's an outlandish.
But bear with me.
Wow.
What if I'm an idiot and I don't even know who the rosters are?
That's going to be tough. I'm going to have to Alt-Tab really quick to help you out here. So,
what if we had a graphic on our
What if we
screen
had a graphic
to inject that information into your brain?
Ooh, so let's take a look here, eepily. I can start you off, the first team. Of course, talking about 4Toast. Got Domo on a medic. Demo man extraordinaire as well. Played medic with Pappy in the past. Got Lucas Stank, the MVP demo man, is back and he is hitting pipes. And then Pappy on Soldier as well. Pocket. We've got Tomas instead of Scout this season. Actually playing Roma. He's been doing okay. He's been pretty good. Credu and Neo complete this Scout duo, and both of them, I mean, I don't know about you, but like honestly, Neo's looking mighty fine this season. I really like Neo. I think Neo's good as fuck.
Neo's the kind of player who can just he can take over games when he wants to. I feel like he sometimes has some like quieter games as well.
Yeah.
But then every now and then he just kind of gives a hard nuke. But speaking of which, let's go over to the old Ora Elektro side, because they've got some interesting gamers. As we did say obviously previously, they did start off the season with Scruff, and then I think it was about week 3 or something, they ended up picking up Wiethoofd. So their scout combo as of now is Nevo and Wiethoofd. They usually have Chris and Rons on Soldier, but I believe Rons isn't going to be playing. They've just got Hugo allowed, previously of Faint fame. Very, very good top-level player, but obviously not their main boy. Although they have done well with British soldiers, so there you go. And then we have Eames on Demo and Trum on Medic, sticking very much firmly with their roles throughout the entire season. So a couple changes to the start of the season, and a couple changes even to like their warm-up games getting Hugo in. So should be pretty interesting to see how they do adapt.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we saw them play with Captain earlier on in the season for their final matchup. I'm not actually sure. I think it was the week 5 game, but it was the last matchup they played versus the Frenchies for playoff seeding, and they had Captain, and Captain absolutely slammed it that game. So, I mean, Hugo has a little bit of some very big shoes to fill, but I mean, honestly, just looking at the two names, Hugo Rons, I'd honestly probably put them fairly similarly just in terms of player level. Hugo obviously has played for Faint in the past, another like top 3 Prem team, top 2 Prem team last season, I'm pretty sure as well. Like, he's no slouch. Rons is French though, and French, when you have a many Frenchies as you do on Ora Elektro, I feel like there's a magical French number, and it's this sort of thing that's been debated in European TF2 for ages, is how many Frenchies is enough Frenchies?
Wasn't it like 3 or 4? Didn't we work this out in that cup the other time? It was like 3 or 4. They don't have 3 or 4, so maybe that's just it. But then again, right? I mean, they also don't have that many Frenchies on the side of 4Toast, so who knows? I don't know. That's all that aside. Wandum, are you just favoring 4Toast here?
Yes. I am a certified Pappy fanboy. I'm not actually sure. So, okay, so here's the thing. The real 4Toast thing that happened in week 1, like game versus the Yak team, actually made me just so skeptical for the rest of the season. And obviously, since then, they've managed to come away and look pretty good for the rest of the season. But that week 1 game, I mean, it's still there in my mind. I'm going to be very honest, I don't know what that was. It was,
it was Lucas lagging. In fairness, it was Lucas lagging to hell. And we've already seen one server change tonight because Lucas was lagging. So, I mean, maybe beating 4Toast is just that easy. Just have Lucas lag.
I mean, I think, honestly, like, you compare this 4Toast roster to maybe one of the earlier Ascent rosters that we did see kind of dominate Europe, and honestly, I don't think the player strength is there, but maybe I should shut up about player strength, because we are going live, ladies and gentlemen, once again, ETF2L, Season 39, Premierships, upper bracket final, and we've got Ora Elektro, we've got 4Toast, they're rolling out into middle, ready, eepily. What's happening on middle?
Well, both them is rolling out pretty much the same. No one taking any crazy early damage. No early bombs either. Both teams just setting up towards their side. Domo playing towards floor. From doing the exact same. So pretty much just a mirror image. Both teams fighting towards top right now. Chris taking good bit of position. Hugo as well, combining with Nevo. Gets that one frag towards Cody. Now the bombs come in from the side of 4Toast. Considerable height been taken. Ooh. But they're just kind of getting nuked down. Importantly, Domo's lost his life. And it's all of these players on the side of 4Toast dancing around point. Neo's trying to get in as much as he can. But he is being physically body blocked by these scouts on the side of Ora Elektro, and he is going to get absolutely nothing. Lucas tries to put in pipe extraordinaire. Nothing though. Absolutely nothing. That is 6 players traded for 2 soldiers, and this is huge. Ora Elektro, they got that 100% Uber advantage. Second is going to be theirs. This could be a very clean round.
This could and should be, honestly, a very clean round if you want to get away. 4Toast. Honestly, really blundering that mid-fight. The soldiers just did not get anything. Taking 1v1 up on top, they didn't get anything at all from their bombs, but now with Thomas going down once again, there's a player down. Ora have full ad, they're setting up in lobby already. You have to be so careful as 4Toast now. Neo's on sniper, but the Uber's coming in out of shutters.
Yeah, Uber's come all the way through, moving all the way towards the point. Still got to deal with this gun, has gone down. We do see it. Nevo trying to play towards the point. They're going to get a little bit of cap time, but the rest of these players inside of 4Toast, they do look like they're going to be trying to block this. Very split on the side of Ora Elektro. Looking dodgy. Hugo does lose his life. Gets the sticky stare on point, but the rest of the players, they're nowhere to be seen. That was really scrappy. They're actually just trying to get out alive now on the side of Ora Elektro. Thomas, little bit of a chase, but didn't have the health to fully connect. Nice little MG mic rocket, you know.
Yeah, the scout tries to go in. Nevo tried to make something happen. Unfortunately, he just ended up catching a rocket. I really like the defense out of 4Toast, though. Unfortunately, Ora Elektro got a little bit split up. They had 2 players sitting by truck, just trying to shoot down a fully buffed heavy. And if you know anything about playing soldiers, 60 damage rockets on a heavy does nothing. So now they're on middle already. You can see 4Toast getting aggressive here. Ora really don't have any space to play. They're sitting up on this balcony. They're trying to fight this with the Uber charge. It's gonna come out here of Trum. But the counterpop comes out of Domo now. It's a single player down at full 4Toast. But look at the positioning. They don't have any. They just have to run back for respect of the forward spawners. And Ora Elektro, they take middle here.
Yeah, that was a really brave trade. I think actually Lucas completely ran out of ammo. He could do nothing with his better Uber. Now, they're finding themselves 1 scout down. The side of Ora Elektro is moving heavily towards grass. They are taking some pretty decent damage, though. We see Hugo jump in. He gets deep all the way towards point. Gets huge damage off of Happy. Does combine with the scout to clean him up. He's getting traded 1 for 1. There's so much damage going around, but Yeehaul's about to get on the Doma. So now suddenly, all they care about is the heals. Heading all the way towards grass right now. Trum just trying to keep himself alive. He's got these scouts with him. They're just about magic too. Somehow Nevo just takes 0 damage. And Lucas now, is he going to get caught towards lower? This could be absolutely disastrous. Surely no way he lives. That is such a late. That's 22 seconds spawn. They can just go last, surely.
Yeah, this is such a disaster for 4Toast. The bombs coming out, especially out of Hugo in the beginning, just made so much space. So now the Uber can come in. There's a heavy on spawn, but the heavy on spawn can't block point. It's just a soldier. Thomas has found a single kill. The pyro up is ready all well now. But you can just see the damage is just coming out of 4Toast. The soldiers combined with the demo man, and that is such a clean round out of Ora Elektro. Really well played on second there.
Yeah, I think the biggest news right now inside of Ora Elektro is that they have absolutely zero fear. It is very easy to play against a team like 4Toast, who have they've won so many seasons of Prem, right? Like they have so many under their belt and kind of play a little bit intimidated. Ora Elektro is playing with absolute zero fear. They know they deserve to be here. They're playing really, really well with this. So that is one round already in the bag for them. Already just that little bit of a cushion. Going straight into this second mid-fight. They are playing so much towards the top with these scouts. Follow-up soldier bomb. Does try and get a little bit both. Soldier's going to be going deep on the side of 4Toast. Pretty far forward, but once again, Chris picking up Tomo. So heals down on both sides. This is scrappy fights all the way towards point. We just see a soldier stop going to the scouts, but surely it's not going to work this time. Nevo on the back lines. Yeah. Oh my days. Yeah. Just crushing them.
Yeah, Thomas just accidentally hit a direct onto Hugo as he tried to jump in. That was very unfortunate for Hugo. But they managed to clean it up. But I think importantly here, what you have to see, both medic died pretty much at the same time, which means Uber's not really in favor of anyone. C4Toast, they can't even realistically make it onto second here. Ora have had enough time to set up on second. So now it's even Uber's. There's a little bit of an advantage for Domo here with building slightly better. Trum not really able to heal that scout. See the pressures coming out actually. 4Toast, they want to fight this on grass.
Yeah, pipes are being hit by Eames though. They are managing to force these players back just a little bit. They do. Hey, Chris going in so deep, and he picks up Domo once again. Absolutely annihilating. Now these players are trying to go in to try and counteract it, but they can't do anything. The sheer power of the combo from Ora Elektro just completely crushing. Now Neo does win this 1v1 versus Yeho. He's going to go on the back lines just to be annoying at this point. Don't know how much he can really commit to a backup because no one's really there to block for him. He's going to be a little bit annoying at the back lines up until he does probably get 2v1.
Oh, no way.
The block is actually coming in.
He doesn't get it. The soldiers just bomb in eepily.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Neo does go down. He got so close though. And importantly, he forced so many of these players back. Now they do have the Uber. But if they get forced off here, this could still be bad. Thomas actually on the back lines as well. Is he going to continue this backup? Surely not. He's taking down Chris. He's been spotted out. He's going to get taken. Yeah.
I think you just have to look at the Uber charts still. It's such a big advantage for Ora right now. 40%. They're walking towards grass. They have a pick to work on as well onto Thomas. Chris is down, but I don't think it matters. Just right here, you can see how far back 4Toast are playing. You have Lucas watching these traps. There's a bomb coming in. It's so high up in the air, and it does absolutely nothing. There's no one to really find. It's a kill onto Nevo, and a lot of damage onto Eames. This is really good out of Pappy. Now you can see it's just all falling apart for Ora. They haven't even managed to pop the Uber at all. Trum nowhere to be found. They head forwards onto Tomo, and the pipes out of Lucas destroy Yeho. That is such a nice turnaround for them. They fall back from a massive disadvantage, and now they can just walk onto middle. Ora have no business going anywhere near them.
Oh, you say that, but they just want to take a dodgy trade towards point. They've walked all the way in. They do have... I mean, they managed to get this force out. They managed to force one flash, so the Ubers aren't going to be that much better for Toast, but... I mean, Nevo's surely going to get caught here. Surely. Okay, it's Chris that goes down. But, I mean, still, surely they can't just, commit off here of nothing. There's seemingly nothing actually to their benefit. They're just walking in. How are they walking in, Wandum? They're just walking in.
This is, yeah. I mean, welcome to modern TF2 is when people realize you could just press W. They're winning the fights as well. You have to do damage, and they're playing this really well, actually. Ora, they're playing really nicely off of this aggression. They're coming in, they're getting the frags, and now 4Toast, they have no choice but to sit back. There's a bomb coming in onto the medic, but you can see he can't find anything. So has to walk back out, does Pappy, and now, I mean, 4Toast, look at that positioning. They can't stay second at all.
No, absolutely not. Especially if they keep losing players like this. They want to try and commit. Lucas actually caught all the way towards Valk. He doesn't really have the beam. It's still 90% on Domo. Uber's been used.
No.
Uber surely gets this frag. This is
no.
Premium beef. Okay. Domo goes down. They have these heals to play around. Lucas immediately gets that refrag. Now it's a scrappy fight. 2 versus 2. Pappy on the back lines. He is just about walking forward. This scrappy fight could really go either way at this point. Hugo just about living and getting the frag as well. How does he get out? 13 HP.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Jesus Christ.
Pappy, unfortunately, just lands on the low ground. I feel like, honestly, had he just stood on the hut, it would have been so much harder for them to hit the the splash rocket. Unfortunately for him now, that means that, yes, they got the kill onto Trum. They got the force out, but now, I mean, look at them. They can just walk back in. There's no soldiers for 4Toast here. Have to walk back. It's so hard for them to do anything. Walking into lobby now. Ora Elektro, they get it in the end. They have a little bit of an advantage. I don't know if they can play anything off of this, honestly. Just gonna have to sit back.
Yeah, I feel like it would be brave to go off this like 9% advantage, but they could possibly start trying to peek towards left. Like seemingly, Ora Elektro can just walk through doorways and not have any punishment. So I mean, why not try it again?
I mean, yeah, they are just gonna Uber in a scout and send him to the stratosphere.
Oh, Nevo actually gets on the left spawn. Domo nearly dies inside the spawn itself. They do manage to keep Domo away from some of his players for just a second. Uber does get used all the way around spawn. Kraid is trying to chase them down as much as he physically can, but they actually do still lose another player. They're getting basically nothing towards Trum, who just walks out all the way because he literally doesn't care. Thomas gets that bomb in, but Trum is just surfing away all the way to grass. How? Okay.
That's so incredible.
Just about goes down. Jesus. But now the rest
Look at the
of the
position.
just not trying to walk forward. Like, surely.
Wait,
I
no
don't
way.
know.
Lucas doesn't win those. What? He's just hiding on top of balcony. What can he do? He's alone. His team can't help him. Luca's gone down. There's a back cap on last.
What? Chris is in. He's jumping.
There's a soldier in. There's no one there. Oh.
Oh my god.
All right, eepily. What's going on? What's happening here? This is
chaos. This is chaos, TF2. So
Domo has that.
He does. He does have a pretty sizable advantage. Hugo's trying to do what he can to prevent that from happening. Just makes it so annoying trying to walk out here. They're always taking so much spam. Domo's still only 86%. Neo's just eating pipes. He's going down as well. Okay, right. 90% now. Soldiers landing directly onto Domo. They're getting some really good damage. And they're all just getting nuked down. They're just kind of getting torn apart. This is not a good look for 4Toast. I'm going to be real with you.
The spam out of Ora Elektro there, honestly, has to be the main event. He just does so much damage. Getting those pipes onto Neo completely shuts down 4Toast. 4Toast aren't able to go forward. They want sitting where they were sitting, just on that balcony area, opens up the door for Ora Elektro to spam them out just so easily. You see them sitting, really overstaying their welcome, deciding to just not commit and just sit back, eat damage from Ora, and Ora just collapsed. Play off of it really well, and so now they find themselves 2 rounds up in a matchup. Honestly, I wouldn't have expected them to put up any sort of fight at all.
It's crazy, but it's another mid once again. This is Ora Elektro getting the first frag. Kraid's already gone down. Good damage everywhere. Pappy has picked up Trum, so first time in a while they got just a slightly earlier frag, but then it's Domo who's gone down. And now it's Lucas. He's the last little player. He gets 1 player traded out, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Because once again, Ora Elektro getting the mid fight.
Yeah, they get the mid fight. They don't make it out with their medic, but honestly, I mean, looking so far, historically speaking, doesn't seem like it's too big of a hindrance. Ora, honestly, right now, are just playing better off the Uber advantages that they're given, or just even the Uber stalemates. They're able to somehow make 4Toast. I mean, once again, 4Toast, they're walking kind of into second, and you can see Ora can play this so far back, and 4Toast just have to run away. They cannot fight this on second. They're countering the aggression so well out of 4Toast, and now 4Toast, you have to figure out something else.
Yeah. This is I don't know. I'm not sure what the last like 12 minutes has been for 4Toast, but they have not seemed comfortable. They need to take a second, take a breather, and just like get back to some of the fundamentals. They're building a gun, going towards the middle, classic little snake water hold. Both teams do have the Uber. We do see. Oh, it's actually Thomas! He just walks directly behind Trum, gets the easiest backstab of his life, and it's like, you know what? We still got some life in us. Let's go. Let's go.
So now you can see the aggression's going to come out of Ora Elektro pretty much immediately. These players just onto the point, they flood in, and that forces out the Uber out of Domo. Threat is kind of neutralized for now, but it's a lot of kills. It's 3 frags for 4Toast. So now Eames has a little bit of a trap set up on balcony, but you can see 4Toast, they just play around it a lot. I hope, please, no. Oh my, okay.
He walked straight through them, but just a slow death for Eames. Oh my god. And then, right, okay. This is the classic little situation. So 4Toast have moved all the way towards grass. Ora Elektro previously wanted just to go in, but it's actually looking much better for 4Toast.
Oh?
You can see Eames, he's gone down. Chris tries to follow up, but guess what? There's nothing really to follow up with. And Yeehaw as well. Too early on that flank. The combo was nowhere to be seen. 3 players just been fed now for Ora Elektro. And 4Toast is starting to get into the swing of things a little bit. I'm seeing Lucas start to lag, and that makes me sad, my dude.
Lucas lagging is the oldest excuse in the book, I'm going to be honest. But look at how deep 4Toast are in now. They're just turning Ora on their heads because Ora, they have nothing to fight in second anymore. They took position so fast with those double bombs. And yes, the Uber is even now, but there's a kill onto Hugo. And honestly, I would not be surprised if 4Toast, they try to go for some pressure. The sentry gun is coming up out of Yeehor now, which means that it won't be that big. Lucas already, I mean, he is kind of whooping around. It's a kill onto Credu. And that's such a nice bucket there. Oh my god, destruction out of 4Toast. Trum is now dead. And look at 4Toast. They're just going to sit back. They have the Uber. They don't have to go in, but the force comes out of Yeehor. Now it's a Demo just jumping in. He's in onto Eames. Can he find the kill? He's 13 HP, and there we go. The scout's going to clean him up. Soldier just dies. Left point wipe, and now 4Toast are back.
What the hell? I have no idea. That was such a sick little air shot there from Thomas. But then everything just kind of went everywhere. And 4Toast got the round. Good stuff. Okay, this is the start of their own little comeback. We're only halfway through the game as well, so still very much everything to play for. Let's just keep it on going. Let's see what the new mid's going to be. How about you take it over one?
So this time around, I mean, you can see once again, I know Pappy's very fond of these fast middles. He's already on top, and there we go. The soldier's just in immediately. It's such an early kill onto Eames, but the pressure onto Domo as well. Out Chris is just so big. And so now you can see the soldiers on 4Toast, the only players up. They go so fast, but Thomas! It's like a huge rocket onto Trum there in the end. So big for them. That kill, yes, they got wiped, but with no medic, Demo not alive. There can be pressure onto second, but 4Toast, they've been in this situation a couple times. Last time, they managed to crack the nut. Ora, not quite coordinated last time. This time around, even Ubers. And there we go. The scout can't even finish the cap because there's so many blue players.
Yeah, you say equal Ubers, but actually just because of Domo's spawn, this is actually been built up to just under a 20% advantage. On the side of Ora Elektro, if they want to go, they kind of need to go literally right now. But they take just enough spam to prevent them from making this full commit towards grass. And towards the flank as well. So Domo now, 85%. If they want to go with this advantage, they're going to have to go right on the dot. They're building it more and more. This is about 20%, but I feel like they're not looking to hard commit here. Doesn't seem like they're really positioned for it.
Yeah, they also just don't really have any position to work off of on mid. They would come in, but they'd have to pop immediately. Eames has stickies over pretty much every single door. There's nowhere they can realistically go. They're just going to have to sit back for now. Hope that maybe someone on Ora gets bored. Because the classics Eames strat now would just stay on mid. It's perfect for them. They're up around. There's 13 minutes. Just run down the clock a little. It's fine, but there we go. The aggression's now coming into Soul. But it's a kill from Papillon to Nevo. Huge rockets there. Very, very nice. And so now the counter aggression's coming out of Neo a little bit. There we go. 4Toast starting to come alive.
Yeah, they are peeking. They are prodding. They're trying to see if they can find any little opportunities. Lucas getting some good spam towards lower. Thomas skipping all the way towards point, but he's going to get body blocked. And yep, Yeehor's going to clean him up. And no one else on the side of 4Toast are going to be daring to do anything just yet. They'll be backing up. That counts as, their little sack attempt. Now, Ora Elektro's turn. They do have this round advantage. Doesn't look like they want to slow down too much though. Hugo try and go all the way towards Cheesy. Gets in there for just a second, but no one else is able to follow up with him. So he's just going to die as well. They're actually walking forward. Uber has got used here. And basically... I mean, they get Lucas, but that's about it.
But it's still so big, especially when you're walking into Snakewater here. Onto middle, it's so hard. You can see the solo becomes onto the scout. No one else on the team is fast enough to keep up with him. So now it's just Credu. There's a soldier behind as well that Pappy has to deal with. But he doesn't. Chris just finds the kill. It's Neo who has to clean him up. But now everything on 4Toast is falling apart. Domo misses the jump. He misses the pack, and that means he's gonna fall down. Trump, such a big advantage, such a big player advantage. They just leave one scout, and 4Toast are on the back foot. Ora, they want to go back to the 2-round advantage here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is just another one of those situations where, in theory, Ora Elektro has no business getting that much of advantage off it, and yet they've managed to make it happen. It's nearly like a full 100% advantage. Even with Hugo going down, that doesn't really make a difference to how you push last here with a combo. And importantly, they can wait for him if they want to. They can literally wait for that spawner, get buffed up, and still have plenty of time with their Uber. It's the ball is just entirely within their court. Does look like they're going to be going through Shutter now. They're not going to be jumping deep. They're going to be dealing with this gun first. Sticky still towards point. They're going to start trying to tickle it just a little bit. Both soldiers land on them, and they've just done so much damage. The second this Uber faded, none of these players are going to get anything whatsoever. They're just getting torn apart. Oh my god.
Those bombs were just so big out of Thomas and Pappy. They did so much damage to everyone. As you said, they were so well timed as well. Ora Elektro, unfortunately, not able to find anything after that. Chum gets taken down. Domo sitting so pretty now on a 90% advantage here. Ora, they are sitting on middle. I cannot imagine that they don't at least try to fight this with their soldiers. But 4Toast, I mean, they're all sitting in saw already, but there's a kill onto Lucas, actually. This is pretty big.
Yeah, that's really big. We see so much of a flank push right now from Ora Elektro as well. They've done huge damage. Thomas just about escaped all the way towards point on single-digit health. The flank was trying to commit, but it's actually going to be started 4Toast, who backs up a little bit, plays together, plays for these frags. They've managed to pick up Wiethoofd. The spawner is on his way in the form of Lucas. There's only about 25% advantage now, so all this time, that Uber advantage is dwindling and dwindling. 90% now. Yeah, Pappy's going to eat a pipe. This is not looking too good for them at all. Chris is directly behind, going to be forcing off Domo now. He's even going to escape just a little bit towards lower before getting taken down. This is a huge advantage. 4 versus 4. And look, 4Toast, they know they're not going to get anywhere near this combo because Trums are sitting there with 2 185 scouts.
It's so hard to do anything against the fully buffed scouts. You can see Lucas as well. He just has to jump out. Ora, they can take this second 4 absolutely free. There is some scout aggression here, but 4Toast, you can see how unwilling they are to commit. It's a soldier bombing in, and it's so hard for him to do anything. It's a kill onto Nevo, but there we go. Credu's dead as well. So now, I mean, 4Toast, they have to walk back to last here. It's still a 50% advantage for Ora, and Eames, he wants to go lower.
Yeah, and he absolutely should as well. This is still 2 players down. Pappy's going to be up in just a second, but if they just keep on going through all the way towards right-hand side, Kamas is a close one. The bash goes towards Eames. They're going to be playing quite a bit towards this flank right now. That one frag has gone their way. Pappy once again trying to land towards Strum, not quite getting that timing. And it's not going to happen at all. No one's there to block the point. It's going to stand on it.
Yeah, the classic TF2 of if you just stand on the point, you win the round. As unfortunately, 4Toast, they tried to shoot the scout, but I feel like, honestly, Pappy shooting the medic a little bit too soon. Had he focused on that scout, the more immediate threat, honestly, that situation, the medic isn't going to be doing that much healing. You'd much rather shoot the players that are actively going to win the round for the opposing team. So now, Ora Elektro, they're up 2 rounds. We're back on mid here. So far, I mean, once again, they've been coming away in favor of these mid fights as well. It's been in their favor every single time. So now 4Toast. Soldier aggression's coming forward, but it gets completely denied. Pappy does go down, but Lucas has found a kill onto Wiethoofd. Another kill onto Eames is so big. It's just one soldier here. Hugo sitting on top, but it's so hard for him to do anything. He's on to Domo, finds the first rocket, but not the second. And there we go. Trum is still alive. He has advantage, but no players to help him use it.
No, not currently. They're going to be sitting all the way towards this last. The spawners are coming up, but not anywhere near in time to put up a defense on second. So Uber's going to be in the hands. You see Wiethoofd is going to be building his defensive sentry up. They're going to be chilling just a second. 8 minutes left on the clock. This is going to be 4Toast looking to jump in towards last. See what kind of frags they can get so far. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a little bit unlucky. I mean, once again, Trum did also have Uber, but I feel like 2 players, it looks to be enough for Ora to really heavily consider pushing out here. They're trying to go for a little bit more, but there's a nice kill onto Chris by Pappy. He finds him in lower, and that means that the aggression out of Ora is going to have to be shut down again. Most likely, honestly, trying to make space for Chris to come in, make a play, but Pappy just gets the better of him. Now, they're back into lobby. Even Ubers, once again, either team would want nothing more than for the opposing medic to just kind of pop an Uber in various ways. They have many techniques to make this happen. Like a soldier going in on last?
Yeah, sometimes. Chris is doing huge damage to this flank right now. And it's actually, once again, 2 frags. Oh, but an Uber can use. That's okay. I thought they could maybe get just a little bit more there, but actually not really going to be anything for. They don't really get anything. Those 2 frags are like already up. This should just be such a great opportunity for Toast.
Also, because the engineer is still building the sentry gun, it got moved, and it's just in a completely different position now for Toast. They're looking pretty solid. Uber's going to come out of shutter now. You can see it's just Lucas getting flashed on top of that point. Sentry gun getting spammed a little bit, but it actually takes so much pain before it actually goes down. Now Soldier on top does so much work, but a bombing out of Pappy finds a counter Trump. It's a nice rocket on to Chris as well. Chris is 5 HP, unable to do anything, but it looks like the damage was enough. 4Toast unable to find the crucial kills. They trade onto Eames and Lucas in the end. It doesn't look to be enough. Domo, however, has a massive advantage once again. It's not the worst for 4Toast here, as they got the medic. They have the advantage here. Eames is not alive, so they're just going to take second right back.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't have the players. They don't have the heals forward. Second is in no way to be held by Ora Elektro. They're going to have to chill a second because this Uber is going to be in the hands of Domo basically any second now. 99% time to buff up some players. Just going a little bit low, so they'll need just a minute. But moving all the way towards Shutter. Yep, use all the way through. Yeehaw is still towards the spawn. Trying to rattle off some shots, but not really doing anything. No frags once again committed here on the side of Wiethoofd. They're trying to move towards this point. Stickies have been dead, which potentially opens up a little bit of cap time as an opportunity. These soldiers are definitely trying to do everything they can. Eames going down does open things a little bit, but immediately these two frags coming straight back, and another one. Hugo just doing so much work. All these players towards point. They should just be getting torn apart right now. Neo, goodbye. This is Domo trying to run all the way by himself. He is so far away, but he was actually on the hunt. These spawns just be coming up in 1 second. They will surely be rolling out fast. No way does Domo get chased here. That is close, though.
That fighting out of Ora was really, really nice. They managed to juggle those heals really, really well. As you said, 4Toast not able to find any frags in the immediate Uber. They just managed to get the sentry. So Ora, they're just able to leverage the positioning they had into an advantage here. It's a kill onto Tomas, on another one onto Credu. Yeehaw does go down for it, but now you can see they're just walking onto middle here. They have a scout, they have an Uber charge, but they have to be careful back home because it looks like there are players on 4Toast and they're fighting for this.
Yeah, they kind of have no choice but to commit right now. They're walking all the way in. It is going to be an Uber trade. It's going to be a player trade as well. You see demos on both sides. There's flashes coming out absolutely everywhere. About as equal as it can be. Lucas does go down though. He's still finding himself pretty healthy. And it's actually not really committing like this damage in the same direction for Wiethoofd. And it's getting caught apart once again.
4Toast, they just fall completely apart in the team fight. Once again, Ora, honestly, just getting the better of them time and time again. 4Toast, that host Uber, it was looking pretty good for them, but unfortunately they just didn't have any position. Lucas gets taken down pretty much as soon as the Uber fades from him, and that means that now Ora Elektro, they could just walk into second for free here. There's no positioning. Trump has such a big advantage as well, 50% for him, and now, I mean, 4Toast, they're really in the back foot. It's 3 minutes left. They pretty much have to go if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, 85% on the side of Trump, but he's going to get taken down because he's basically nowhere near his team. Horrendous little position to find himself in. And actually, the entirety of Ora, they're just in every single position around the map. No one wants to be near each other. They're just playing the weirdest little game right now. These soldiers are bombing in, but Dom is getting such a nice start, and still gets directed by Chris. After all of that, he still gets directed by Chris. They lose what could have been a huge Uber advantage, so now they'll get mid, but they just can't find momentum.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Ora, honestly. It's still looking so good for them, right? You have to look at the round times now. It's 3 minutes left. 4Toast have to get 2 rounds in 3 minutes just to stay in the game. A minute and a half is pretty much all it takes. But it's so difficult right now. You have to go forwards. Pappy knows this. But they're staring down Uber disadvantage. They just have to not care and go in anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's no time to play around Ubers. You just have to believe in yourself right now. Which, considering how well Ora's been playing these team fights, it's got to be hard. They're trying to go through this right-hand side. They're walking in. They get 2, 3 frags. Actually, that bomb from Pappy is enormous.
This is absolutely huge for 4Toast. They managed to find everyone. Yeehaws 5 HP. And you can see now 4Toast, they're breaking no sweat. They are going in immediately right now, as they just have to get onto the point so quick. It's a single soldier bombing forwards, but that's no pressure on the point. It's 2 minutes left for 4Toast. They don't want this to end quite yet. It's 2 minutes. They have enough time here.
Yeah, this is absolutely doable right now. I mean, this will potentially, if this round does go the way of Wiethoofd, this will take us to our first golden cap in this best of 3 series. So, might be a hell of a little comeback here in the last 3 minutes or so. The start now, though, does look like both teams going to be rolling out pretty standard. Domo is on crits. I thought he would be as well. This is a brave little play right now. 1 minute 35 on the clock. They get a play for this fast mid. Oh, Lucas! That absolutely enormous. Gets 2 frags already. You can see the entirety of these Ora Elektro players. They've got to try and leave, but guess what? Trum's found himself directly behind the entirety of the enemy team, and he's just getting crushed down. This is Lucas. This is Nevo. Oh my, they're just getting torn apart. That's a full wipe. No one died.
That was insane from Lucas. Those 2 kills immediately shut them down. You can see how fast they're pushing. They're not even on second. They leave a singular scout. But this is when you have to be careful here for 4Toast as well. You have to be so grouped up now in Aura. They can fight this. The Uber comes out, but it's a crit. It doesn't do anything. Domo's dead already. And now you can see there's no players from Aura on point. They have to get on it so fast. The Stinkies are dead. There's a scout sitting on it. Everyone is running around it. But the rockets come out. They hold. It's 45 seconds now. Everyone is taken down on 4Toast. GG's are called in the chat. I'm not actually... This is technically not over, Lucas. Sounds like someone is giving up.
I mean, you've got 30 seconds. You've got like 1 GG push. That's literally it. All in, all the time. You've got to like leave 1 capping and basically fight last 5 versus 6. Even then, it's so hard. But they've just basically got to keep on going. All movement, all the time. Seconds in their hand, 15 seconds on the clock. They've got to start moving towards the left-hand side. Eames has gone pretty low. They do have a good amount of position right now. 12 seconds. Uber's been used in the hands of Trum. They're going to get that 1 frag. They're going to start playing towards these players. 6 seconds. Points starting to get sticky. They are getting a little bit of cap time. Every single player towards a point. But there's just not enough time.
That was so intense, eepily. It came down to the absolute wire there, unfortunately, 4Toast. Just in the end, bit off a little bit more than they could chew. That crits was on last. Just did absolutely nothing, unfortunately. I feel like, honestly, that was what sealed the deal. Domo could have just gone Uber, honestly. If he had an Uber charge there, they probably would have just brought this to a golden cap. That was like so well played.
Not even that. What if you just like crits early before they spawned and just put crit stickies on both doors? Genuinely. Like the soldier crits was... It was not it, dude. It was not it.
I mean, honestly, the 100 damage single soldier crit rocket is worse than pretty much anything else at that point. Like, that was a very unfortunate end to that game. But honestly, that was so close. What a huge fight from Aura, by the way. I came into this and thought that they were going to do absolutely nothing. And they just walk away with it. That was insane.
I'm not gonna spoil it. You know what? I'm gonna give you some log spoilers, right? Because we'll go to the logs in just a second. I'm gonna give you some log spoilers. Turns out Wiethoofd, as he has like every single game he played this season, he went nuclear. Your boy's rocking 38 for 18 against 4Toast in such an important matchup as well. And like it's crazy how he does that on 13% heals. He's not even just like waddling around like Beam Scout the whole way. He's doing it on 13% heals against 4Toast players.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the story of that game was the soldiers on 4Toast just not able to be as effective. Honestly, it felt like, Wiethoofd just kind of had their number. He was doing so much work in the fights as well. The extra damage of a scout that's able to clean up as Wiethoofd can do. It's just so crucial. And you can just see it reflected on his logs as well. We are going on to Reckoner next, and honestly, once again, this feels like a map where the Demo Man and the Scout can have such huge influence. It really comes down to the synergy in that combo. And, I mean, Lucas, towards the end, managed to turn it back on. That was such a big middle from him. But we're going to have to see so much more of that. Look at the log for Lucas. It was pretty big, but is it big enough? Because Eames is right there alongside him. I think, honestly, normally when we watch these two matchups, it is Lucas that just ends up being the deciding factor. I don't think the difference between him and Eames was big enough last time for them to win.
No. Like I said, like Lucas, absolute incredible player. Not to say Eames is a slacker by any means. He has games where he absolutely goes off, but he's kind of known less for his DM, more for his brain. But he was hitting a lot. He was getting some serious damage out, and you saw how much of a difference it made. Even those like tiny little things, like at the end of that Uber trade on mid, where he gets that damage out so quickly and just basically one-shots Lucas, which already that basically wins you that post Uber fight. Stuff like that it's so crucial. It's so micro, and it's just absolutely working for them right now. This is going to be This is going to be really, really interesting. I'm not actually sure whose kind of picks and bans the different maps were. But going into like Reckoner of all maps, this is, I don't know. This is like a really spicy one.
Reckoner is really spicy, especially because it's a map we haven't played in a while, which means that teams won't be that familiar with it, just at least compared to Snakewater, right? Everyone has played Snakewater a billion times. Not that many people have played many, many games of Reckoner yet. That being said, I mean, you have two of the biggest minds in the game on either side of this, of both teams, right? I mean, you have Papio on one side, Eames on the other. There are two people that I would trust to be able to figure out a map. It's probably those two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think it's, I don't think it's going to come down to necessarily a lack of map knowledge, but I do think that this map can lend itself to a lot of flanking and a lot of scout work, which means, I mean, once again, I think all eyes got to be on Yeehor this map, right? Because he is pretty consistently working wonders like throughout the entire season, and I do think Reckoner is a map which potentially he can be in his element once again. And surely at some point, 4Toast, they've got to. I don't know. So I kind of want to say they've got to have a bit of an answer to it. But can you have an answer to a scout who just hits every shot? Is that even like possible in this game?
Just kill him.
I suppose, but what if he just two-shots you every time? And don't say 2 versus 1 because that's not fair.
No, but that's literally the answer. Is yes, he could shoot you, but if you the thing about Scout is he never has above 200 HP, which means that if he gets hit by a direct hit from 2 people on both teams, from like any class besides a medic, he's just gonna die instantly. I think honestly you kind of have to be a little bit in that situation because Yeehor's just kind of running away with things, right? You saw it last game. That was the deciding factor, honestly, that managed to let him take over. And now this time around, it's going to be so hard, especially as you were saying, Reckoner. It is a pretty good scout map. There are a lot of cool jumps you can do as Roma, but the space you have to cover, especially on second, is so completely unsoldier friendly. The mid as well, it's just really hard. So as a scout, honestly, as Yeehor, you can and probably honestly will just have a field day. 4Toast, I honestly, can I be honest, eepily? I just want to see more out of their scouts. Like, we know that both Neo and Credu can be amazing players, but we just haven't really seen it yet. I feel like they either, like, honestly, it takes one of them. Like, either Credu or Neo just step up, and that's it, right? Where we have a game on our hands. We already have a game on our hands. I think that's what we need.
Yeah. I will say, just for a little bit of background info, it's been confirmed that this map is an Ora Elektro pick. So Ora has already won the 4Toast pick, which was Snakewater. Now they're going into Ora's pick. So I don't know. Like I'm just imagining the world where Ora Elektro 2-0s 4Toast to get into the grand finals. Like that is such a crazy result.
Yeah. What a timeline. What a world we would live in. But again, honestly, like Ora just coming ahead in the fight, coming ahead in fights. They're winning these exchanges that normally you would see 4Toast. Classic Pappy move to run in and take these weird fights while normally you wouldn't, maybe sort of the old Kada style, expect people to go in. But they are just so good, especially on a team with Pappy on it, to just go in off of small advantages. But honestly, it felt like for most of that game, Ora just kind of did it better.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, like they didn't have fear. They just walked in. They just didn't care at all. Come to find out they can do it all again. Second map here. This is our upper bracket finals for 4Toast versus Ora Elektro. Ora Elektro already 1-0. Even though it was a little bit close at the end, they are looking pretty hot going into their own map pick here. We're going to be on Reckoner, so seeing slight difference in our demo rollouts. Teams towards Cargo, Lucas towards Toxic. Someone going for that big early commit just yet. Both teams playing towards their side. Thomas is going to be going all the way behind. Pappy's landing directly towards this combo, getting some really nice damage, forcing these hills all the way back. Players being traded every which way. Trum's finding himself all alone right now. Thomas is trying to get onto him, get so much damage. Trum's just by staying alive. The damage is horrendous though. There's basically zero health. They should just get torn apart. This is fantastic position. But aside of 4Toast, they should clean up basically everyone important right now. This should be an easy mid for them.
The soldiers on 4Toast just ran absolute circles around Ora Elektro there. The bomb out of Tomas just created so much space. The damage as well put so much pressure on them to just walk into Toxic, and there we go. Tomas, he got so much damage onto the medic as well. The pressure, the game basically played itself for the rest of 4Toast. Just off of that soldier aggression was so nicely done, and now 4Toast are on the back foot. Nevo is about to kill into Lucas.
Yeah, that's really significant because this is a hard last to push, and without a demo, that basically, like, you basically just don't want to go for that push. Lucas did only get an 8-second spawn, so it's a pretty generous spawn. They do have time just to wait for him, but the more time goes on, the more Trum's going to be building up his Uber. They're already 60%. They're moving towards lobby right now. Will be just enough time if they go the second Lucas gets there, but it's going to be getting really, really close.
Yeah, they pretty much have to go right here, right now, and they're just getting denied again. The sniper completely shuts down the soldier jump, and now it's even. It looks like 4Toast is still positioning in a lobby, but going in now no longer seems that attractive, right? Like, you don't have an advantage to play off of. There's a sentry up on last as well. Yes, you can kind of spam it out, but that's just not enough. A sentry kill isn't everything, so the soldiers on 4Toast, they just have nowhere to go. There's a trade on to the other soldier here. Neither one will go down. Chris is going to walk back into spawn. There's stickies everywhere as well for Eames. It's so hard for 4Toast to find an angle here.
Ooh, nice little combo there. Great stuff from Chris and Eames. They actually managed to pick up both these soldiers, which is actually really significant because there's a lot of doorways now on this different version of Reckoner. A lot of places you can get out here. We do see 4Toast trying to play just a little bit closely. They want to keep on going, and importantly, Aura's not going for this full commit. They will actually... These soldiers come back up. They will back up just a little bit. Another player gets traded, but I don't think he's going to cause a massive push.
Credu got hit by 2 rockets at the same time and just deleted. He just got, like, unwritten by from the universe. He's just, like, just completely out of that. But it's 2 kills here for 4Toast. They got both soldiers, and that's actually really good. But it's a headshot onto Pappy now out of Nevo, and that just puts such a stopper the aggression hit for 4Toast. They can't really go in anymore. It's still even Ubers, and Nevo on this sniper pretty much single-handedly has kept 4Toast at bay for a while now.
Yeah, he is hitting some all-important shots. Even when he's not getting the frag, he's getting a lot of damage out there. So he is playing on the kooky little sniper spot on the high ground, which makes it so ridiculously annoying to get into lobby. Should be aware of him this time, though. Does he get direct for his troubles? Very nice. But yeah, I don't think they're going to walk into a sight line too much more.
Yeah, he has to get a little bit more creative. I feel like at that point, the sight line has worked. You can see he just has get a little bit further back now. But at the same time, if you're 4Toast, what do you even do if you want to go in here? It's so hard.
Dreamhack sack. You got to do the
Dreamhack sack.
It's the only option on this map. It's the only reason Reckon is still in the pool. Dreamhack sack.
You can see, actually, the soldier aggression's coming out. There's a lot of spam, but there is an engineer, man. And default just keep whacking it. There we go. It's a single kill on to Credu. But Lucas has gone down. He went for the sack, and he got the force. Absolutely big. This is really big for 4Toast now. You can see them posturing far back. They don't really have the positioning, honestly, to hold second. Nevo's just coming forwards on the sniper here. He can put so much pressure on 4Toast, and he forces out the Uber. Look at the health on this blue side. It's so poor. There's not much they can realistically do. They don't even fight this kill into Chris. In lobby, it's just absolutely free. For Ora Elektro, they get this Uber advantage right back here.
They do. They have lost a player, and they still have not the best health. He's sniping aside of Nevo. He's got to try and do something. This is huge damage towards left, though. Eames doing fantastic work here. Tomas has gone all the way towards right spawn. He's going to get cleaned up, though, really easily. Chris does get traded out. Lucas taking so much damage, though. This is so hard. And once again, this headshot coming out from Nevo. He's just going to keep them at bay, as he's constantly doing now. 2-player advantage. This is an Uber advantage as well. Only about 25%. But go on. I just want to see just like a big brave boy commit. It's a scary position to go with, but surely they might just give it a try.
I mean, but you have to get into lobby first. It's so much damage onto Lucas. Almost just gets taken down, and the double soldier spam onto the door means Tomas can't get anywhere near lobby. It's just Pappy that's managed to sort of weasel his way forward, but where does he go from here? They finally have position in lobby, but this sniper out of Nevo, you have to be so careful. There we go, the Dreamhack sack is in! He got the first pipe, but he doesn't get the force here now. It's a demo down, it's a Credu down. for 4Toast. Thomas is dead as well. What do? They can't really fight this onto second at all. Pappy gets nice damage on the soldier, but can he get nice damage on the scout? No, he can't. He's just gonna fall down. Uber isn't even popped, but 4Toast, they have to run with their tails between their legs back to middle here. Ora Elektro handled the aggression so well.
Yeah, they just picked him up one by one. Keep on walking now. Moving towards this right side. They want to try and get into mid. Huge damage. Thomas surely gets cleaned up right now. He's living on single-digit HP. Somehow the coordination's not quite there, but Evo's getting that all-important two-shot. Now a little bit more position to be taken. Hugo does go down alongside Chris. This has to be a backup now on the side of Ora Elektro. Getting forced here would really kind of suck. They are going to keep themselves alive, keep themselves with their Uber. This is actually quite a nice position. They do get forced off. It is 3 versus 3. Thomas still very much has an Uber, but they basically drop Lucas for it. Eventually.
I mean, yeah, there we go. He finally goes down. Wow, okay. So now, I mean, okay, so Lucas is dead. And you can see that prompts Ora Elektro. They're walking in through lower right now. They want to try get this force off onto Domo. There's not really any position out of 4Toast, and a really nice pipe from Eames shuts down a lot of what Credo wanted to do there. But there we go. The soldier bomb out of Pappy does a lot of work, but it's not enough to really hold them out. With no soldier now, it's so hard for Domo. It's a kill onto Neo as well from Eames, who hits a pipe from an absolute mile away. 4Toast have an Uber. They don't really want to commit here, but they're going to start happening.
They're taking so much damage.
Because the soldier comes in and forces them. Another position is even worse for them. They can't do anything. It's a kill onto Chris. Hugo's not there for Ora either, but does it really matter? They have scouts on high ground.
This is just brutal right now. Pappy, like, he went for that commit to deal with that scout, just like, I can't let them just keep walking all over us. But then he just gets walked out by Yeehaw as well. Thomas is on the back lines. This little bit of distraction is creating an opportunity for the scout on the side of 4Toast, but they're just starting to get picked apart a little bit as well. Domo has to be very aware of things. My boy, you need to get out because this Uber is already in the hands of Trump. This is going to be mid, fully in the control of Ora Elektro. Second should go to them as well. If they can retake, it'd be fantastic, but even better if they can try and catch people.
Yeah, 4Toast, they want to delay this push for as long as possible. Get this Uber out immediately. They will have their Uber out soon enough. And there we go. It's a lot of damage onto Eames. He does get taken down. This is massive for 4Toast. It's a lot less damage they have to deal with. But there we go. The Uber's popped off. There's a scout. Yeehaw very low as well. And you can see this is just a two-man Uber. There's a medic and a scout caught in lobby. And it's so much damage here. Everyone is just falling for Ora. And they get absolutely nothing from it. It's a disastrous Uber with no demo man. There's nothing they can really do. And now, I mean, Ora Elektro, they're not going to be on second at this point. 4Toast is so far forwards. Eames has to set up a trap, but besides that, they have to walk back. And there we go. It looks like this is Sniper for the answer at the moment. But is that realistically enough? They're already in. It's a kill into Neo.
And a force. That's not too bad. And Chris is living on the back lines. This is real. Lucas has gone down as well. He's overextended. Nevo once again finding an all-important frag. This is so sick for them. Chris on the back line. There is no leaving.
Oh,
goodbye. Eames gets a sick little bomb in. They're just crushing them. Once again, Thomas, the one sole survivor, he's going to get nothing as well. Absolutely nothing gained there for the side of 4Toast. And this is just Ora Elektro once again, back in the game. Like, right, mid's going to be ours. They're going to deny... Do they deny 3 forwards? Oh, they do. That's so good for them.
Oh, the palm out of Chris, that flank into Toxic was so big. It completely shut down anything 4Toast wanted to do. But that's a kill into Hugo. Nice stuff out of Pappy. I don't think it would be quite enough to stave off this aggression. Once again, they're staring down the barrel of an 80% advantage here for Ora. Ora just want to go. It's a lot of damage here onto Lucas as well. Lucas is not that healthy, but you can see how aggressive they want to be. But it's a kill now. Should be onto the soldier here. No! Lucas and Thomas, they managed to find this frag onto Chris. It's an Uber popped out of Trum now. They're going to come in onto last. They have to be so careful. But Ora, they get the kill onto Thomas. Thomas has managed to delay it long enough. And so now, 4Toast, somehow, some way, they've held it.
So honestly, right, so Hugo died early, which just put, like, fear and doubt into Aura's head. They had so much indecision. They could have just walked forward. They could have stayed back. They did just neither. So their Uber was basically tragic. 10 minutes into the game, it's still 0-0. We are seeing some cracks start to show a little bit from the side of Ora, but they're still playing very well. They're playing all the way towards lower. They have so many people going towards lobby. There is still a gun towards last. Lucas has gone down. There's a 3-player flank towards last. There's a single gun and like a soldier. This is going to be really annoying.
They just don't commit. They just sit back.
No,
I feel like they could
don't.
have honestly won that, but then they just didn't play. Now the aggression comes in. Both teams have advantage, but it's a big Uber out of Happy. They have to be so careful. You can see this post-super positioning just not very good for the side of 4Toast. It's a singular soldier against like 5 people. Yes, he does a lot of damage. I don't think it's enough, however, to realistically do anything. So now it's a lot of damage onto Hugo. Has to be careful. But Ora, they can muscle their way into lobby. They managed to find their way. That flank was so huge.
Okay, little bit chaos theory for the second. It's like we can take a breather, okay? Relax, take a chill pill, take a drink of water or something. This is going to be effectively equal at this point. 4Toast still on their own last. They've got a gun, got a defensive sniper. They're going to be playing a little bit with these off classes. Still, big opportunity here for the side of Ora Elektro. One tiny little mistake here from Domo, and this will be a round for Ora Elektro, so interesting to see how they go towards things. We've obviously seen Lucas go for a few of these DreamHack style bombs. Ooh, nice little synced up damage here at the Pappy. Does this open up right inside just a little bit?
It should. That was really nice coordination there. I don't even know if that was, like, not just completely accidental out of Chris and Eames, but, like, honestly, it's a pocket kill. Like, it's not that big for them. You can see there's a soldier going in. It's a lot of space here given to the soldiers. Actually gets a force. You can see there's a cap from a scout. The soldier just completely body blocks them.
He just stood on it. He just stood on the point.
I think we're revolutionizing TF2 eepily. There's a discovery being made, is that standing on the point wins the round. Ora, they weren't able to get there. Oh, rather 4Toast, I'm sorry. They weren't able to get onto the point in time. That soldier body block, that must have been accidental. But he completely kept 3 Uber players at bay. So now, 4Toast, once again, they're a round down. We're coming into the second mid-fight. 17 minutes left, and the soldiers on 4Toast. They were big last time, but the aggression out of Ora is even bigger this time around. It's so much damage onto everyone. Tomo has a resort to his melee weapon, and it does absolutely nothing. Thomas has found a kill onto Eames, and that's a massive bomb out of Thomas. He does everything for them this time around. Happy finds a follow-up kill, but it's a wipe once again. Everyone on Ora is dead, but so is Domo. That's the one important kill that they've managed to find. They've managed to salvage. And I think it should be enough for Ora. They aren't just out of this round just yet.
No, not just yet. Absolutely huge mid for Thomas, though. Absolutely insane stuff from him, scouting to soldier, and he's showing that he is absolute top level at it all, so gonna be 4Toast taking control a second. Both teams sitting on pretty much the same Uber right now. They will be wanting to make sure they both build just to prevent there from being, any tiny little variances here. We do actually see 4Toast trying to go a little bit off Uber, playing towards this right-hand side, trying to possibly bait a soldier in the form of Chris. He does actually go very, very weak, but it is Crady the frag. Sun has gone down. Hugo's actually playing towards lobby as if he wants to try and get something done himself. He gets in behind, deals so much damage, not enough to get a frag though. And that's going to be it now. Once again, a little bit of an opportunity. Both teams peeking and prodding. Eames getting some towards right side. It's tragic. Uber's actually getting forced off now by Trump. Basically, like, he almost dropped that there. He was 7 HP. And it's going to get really nothing. Domo now does use his. They're trying to get towards his top left. Take a decent little position. Start trying to play a scout towards point. This is going to be so good for them. No one can even get there in time. And it's just that easy. 1-1.
That kill onto Eames was absolutely huge. It meant that there was just no real any Ora presence on the point at all. And 4Toast, they could just waltz in without Uber, get the round for free. And now, very much, it's 15 minutes left. It's 1-1 both teams. 4Toast, they're trying to clamp back. Ora Elektro really did them a number on Snakewater. So far, their mids have been so good.
Yeah, interesting to see if we get something a little bit different here on the side of Ora. Both teams once again playing towards their side. An anti-bit of soldier aggression. Pappy high. Hugo doing the exact same. Landing towards the point this time. Domo is actually the first death. Hugo getting that all-important frag. More being traded out every which way. But it's Trump and his combo playing all the way back towards Toxic right now. They're trying to do these players one by one. You see 4Toast, they're chasing more and more. Trying to get through these little doorways. Big Eehor getting these all-important frags right now. He's still actually terrorizing a little bit.
Trump?
Thomas is just walking through. Oh, that was spooky.
Yeah. That's a heart rate of 1,000,000 right there. But now, I mean, Trump's managed to live here, right, equally, which means it's 100% advantage here for Ora Elektro. They can't do anything on this blue side. They have to be so careful. They have to just set back up on last. Neo's on sniper. And all the pressure in the world is on him. We saw what Nevo was able to do. The French countryman now has to clap back with a little bit of magic of his own.
Yep, here we go. 60% now in the hands of Domo, so they got to start moving pretty quickly on the side of Ora Elektro. Don't want to give the sniper any opportunity, and this is going to go, yep, all the way towards his left-hand side, trying to see what they can catch, and they actually catch Lucas in this doorway. That does mean point is going to be just a little bit more open. 81% in the side of Domo, so they've got to play pretty quickly here. Ideally, start trying to get towards the point before the Uber does come out. 96%, so much power at the point. They're getting so much, but this Uber does get used. 4 players have gone down. It's just Trum and Wiethoofd, and they can't even go for some weird backup at this point. They got to keep themselves building.
That was on a knife's edge there. 4Toast just barely managed to counter that with a pyro. You could see now Ora not really able to fight, as they will just have to sit back. There we go. They have players now. There's a little bit of Wiethoofd and Evo aggression here. They're just walking forwards here onto Lucas. Lucas doesn't have a scout friend with him, unfortunately. There's just a kill onto Chris, and now everyone on 4Toast is just going to fall down. Yes, the health on Ora is not that big, but is it enough? Because Wiethoofd on a flank has found Domo. They found everyone. It's just Credu on 60 HP. It's an Uber charge. He's staring down.
There's nothing he can
and
do.
they're just on last.
They're just standing on the point, bro. They don't care.
Credu manages to kill Wiethoofd, but was it enough? Unfortunately,
no, it wasn't. Wandum,
no,
it
was not enough.
Dude, Ora just re-pushing 6v6 through doorways is actually like art right now.
It's really, really good. I'm super, super impressed. They're up again. 2-1 here for Ora. I had no idea it would be like this. So this time around, you can see 4Toast soldiers are playing a little bit more passively. They're pretty scared of Domo after that last mid, but the aggression comes in now. It's a lot of damage early on, but it's the blue player's falling. Leo, Credu, Tomas will go down.
Chris is
He's 10 HP behind, and Chris
again.
We were talking about Wiethoofd earlier, but Chris is just having an absolute whirl of a time as well. I'm gonna be honest, eepily. He's playing so well.
This is kind of mad right now. Like, that is such a confident mid-win. Lucas is... I mean, he actually nearly dies on his way to spawn. He will get out. He will live. They will have stickies towards last. Pappy, he's still in the backlines. Being a little bit annoying. He's towards Toxic. He's surely just going to be a late death at this point. Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah. It's so hard at that point, like, to do anything. They know you're behind. It's so difficult to play around. And now with the player ad, Uber ad, they're just going to walk into lobby. It's so difficult for Ora to not win this round. There we go. The Uber comes in. It's a soldier kill pretty much immediately here. He's forced back, and now the scout can just play the point. You can see the stickies are on it, but it doesn't really matter. It's a soldier coming in. They've got 2 kills here, but is it enough? The blue player's on the point. The rockets are nice out of Tomas. Does a lot of work, but he's just not finding enough damage, unfortunately. Ora Elektro stamping their names on the point. 3-1. 11 minutes to play for. But 4Toast, they're on the back foot.
Reckoner last. The back bit of point, which doesn't look like you can cap it, you can cap it. They got literally 70% cap time because there were no stickies on there. You literally have to sticky it. That back bit of point, you just stand on it. It's so important. It makes such a difference. It's crazy. 3-1. Ora Elektro, they're looking comfortable. This is their map pick as well. And they are showing it right now. They want to get another dominating little mid. Chris goes deep alongside Hugo. Neither of them really get anything at all. They try and push towards point. He heals on the back line. This is going to be tricky. They're actually getting back into it, though. We do see so much little dodging and diving from the side of Trump. He's somehow still only taking about 60 damage. But this is scary for them.
Cuba?
Going to pick up... Okay. What is going on? They're just walking forward? They went for, like, the crit scout? I mean, I guess it worked. I mean,
the lasers, they end up working. I actually thought the Domo just managed to build so much better than Trump, but it was the crits. So now, I mean, 4Toast, they are in a little bit of a situation here, because you can see pretty much immediately, Devo's just on engineer. Yes, they get the middle. Yes, they get the kill onto Trump, but they have a crits creep. And now Ora are gonna be ready for it, unless Domo did he pick up the medigun? That's the brain play. The brain play is picking up the medigun. He did. Eepily.
He is a mastermind. Domo is the biggest brain in Team
But it's
Fortress
even.
2.
It's basically even. Look at the Uber charges. Eagles on sniper as well. They can stall this out forever.
Just pretend you're still on crit. Oh no, it's not even. It's not even.
It's not even.
The body shot. Oh no.
Eames is just. I mean, Ora. They're just making it so 4Toast cannot catch a break here. 4Toast, they didn't go undefeated in the split, but they went pretty much undefeated. They had that weird week 1 game, and then besides that, looked really good. But Ora right now, they are putting an absolute fight to 4Toast. The Uber's coming out now. They're sitting in cargo, and it's so many kills. Nevo
down
and
again.
Hugo, they find kills. Look at this on second. They can't really fight this either. There's no one really in behind. It's just Thomas, 10 HP. Just gets taken down, and now 4Toast. They lose their medic. The cap makes it so Domo's spawn is even later, and they can't fight mid at all.
No, like, they don't even have heals for like another second. Domo's just only spawned for the rest of his team, so okay, cool. They can start buffing just a little bit, but this is a huge ad. I think at this point, 4Toast like, oh, for God's sake, let's just try and fight. They're literally just trying to walk in right now. Great damage from Lucas, good stuff. It's not enough to actually secure a frag right now. Freddy's trying to get towards Strum, who just surfs it away. Oh, that's so sad. He just about get caught out, but surely this is still going to work right now from the side of Ora Elektro. They've done so much damage.
Look at the health on both sides. It's so low. Credu is on 80 HP, and he could potentially clean up these 2 projectile classes. They have to be careful. The health is not there. He doesn't have ammunition, but it's not enough to pistol.
He lives.
Oh my word.
What is going on?
They're refighting this. They got the kill onto Chris now, as Credu did go down, but the positioning is there for Ora Elektro. So now Lucas, I mean, he's finally going to have to accept maybe he can't really fight this. He's sitting in Toxic, but he has to be oh so careful here. Domo is up on the crits, which means they will be building this a little bit.
Dude's just like, if you're going to keep letting me die, I'm getting an Uber somehow. Permacrits.
Yep. I mean, honestly, it hasn't really worked so far. I have yet to see a crits that I've been like, wow, this is gonna kill like 10 people. The scout crits was nice towards the end of the middle, but honestly, unfortunately, because it was a crits used in a mid fight, it wasn't really enough to turn them around. So now they're 100% crits. All eyes on Lucas now. As there we go, it's gonna be 100%. He's charging up the sticky. The crits is gonna come out, but there's a soldier bomb in. He manages to snipe the medic, but it's not enough because 2 players have died. The bomb out of crits is massive. He's in onto last, and that means that 4Toast are just gonna have their attention split. There's no medic, no demo for them, and now they're in Toxic. They're all just gonna go get cleaned up. The health is absolutely minimal, and there we go. Ora Elektro once again coming out ahead.
I mean, I think I just saw 3 guys just run exclusively at Eames, so... And I feel like if I was Eames, I would have never felt so wanted in my entire life. We're seeing Yeehor pretty much just win that fight against like a buff scout because he doesn't care. Dude's on like 20 HP, just literally just disinterested in these other players. And Nevo's just living his life towards lobby. He's like, you know what, Lucas? You're in lobby. I don't want you there. I don't want you there. 3-player advantage. Let's just keep on walking forward on the side of Ora Elektro. Why not? Try and get towards this right-hand side. There'll be no stickies on point for quite a considerable period of time. So maybe we just start playing towards it. Nevo getting that cap time, forcing this player all the way forward. He's not quite helping him just yet. Yeah, getting these other frags towards the flank, so absolutely acceptable. 5k to Hugo. Now they walk towards the point. Yeehor once again asserting dominance, getting so much cap time. These 2 remaining players, they're weak.
Wait, how?
Surely.
How are they holding? Eames is gonna jump in onto the point. There's no one really there. There's one of the What?
This game
no way.
Revolutionizing TF2. You just stand on the point. You just stand on the point.
I can't believe he just did that. What? That was insane.
It's like he didn't even like. He couldn't believe he did it.
No, the soldier was right there, but unfortunately he was out of ammo. Just running around the escape plan, and Luca's not able to respond in time. And now Ora. Look at the round timer. I think, honestly, this might even be entering the realms of impossibility for 4Toast. They have to be so quick. 3 rounds in 5 minutes. It's pretty much unheard of. It's a heavy to mid, and I think I know what that means. And it's a little bit of a surrender out of 4Toast. Ora Elektro putting up work today.
They absolutely are. Neo's trying to commit towards Eames. He does get forced out just a little bit, so mid's gonna go in the hands of 4Toast. They are trying to move towards lower, but Trum's about to have his Uber, so as soon as they get this Uber, they can buff up a little bit. They can start playing close towards these doorways and just kill a second. Who has spawned on the sniper as well, and really on the side of Ora Elektro, all you care about is the time. The time is your absolute best friend right now. Thomas is gonna be going down. Goodbye, Heavy, and Luca's going down as well. So yeah, this is potentially just the dying few moments for Toast, but I mean, maybe it's still possible. They just get in all the time, and I don't know, maybe just drops 5 Ubers.
Eames, I've done the math. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Eames has finally claimed his throne as the king of TF2. Prematurely. I mean, like the provisional throne, as this is, of course, still the upper bracket. But honestly, once again, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, absolutely Herculean efforts coming out of Yeehaw and Chris both. I feel like because Chris is roaming, we don't see it that much on the logs, but the flanks, the flank of Ora, honestly, have been able to get so far. They've called out 4Toast more times than we can count. It's looking like maybe, honestly, 4Toast might get around it. But, like, honestly, I don't think it's enough. It's like 3.5 minutes. Wait.
No, I don't know. I think it is very much possible right now. They are moving all the way towards point. It's just one little lone player. Yep, no, they're getting this cap. 3 minutes 25. I don't trust your maths, Wandum.
I don't know if I trust my maths.
I don't trust your maths at all.
I look at the round timer now. All of a sudden, 3.5 minutes. 2? I mean,
that sounds doable.
If they roll the mids, they could do this.
Why not? Why not? Okay, Domo once again going to be on the crit streak because your boy knows no other medigun. He absolutely doesn't care, so fast mid, let's go. This is obviously the one mid where you can't really play from point to begin with. It's really difficult with that ridiculous low ground, so instead it's going to walk all the way forward. Trump's already gone down.
Immediately. Wait, what is this?
Really
they cleaned up everyone. It's just Chris on the low ground. It's a second soldier bombing, but they're already in toxic. There's not really a scout capping the point. Might want to fix that, as Credu, only 16 HP, won't go to mid unless he's fully buffed. There's a scout running in. Doesn't get it. All of a sudden, I mean, 4Toast. They wiped them on middle here. They're stacking the point.
They need to be so speedy. I just don't know. I don't know enough about this map. I'm just gonna say.
I don't know.
They need to stop. I guess they just leave one and then just push now.
The crits has to be big out of
It
Lucas.
needs to be huge. This is huge for Lucas right now. This is his moment in the spotlight.
It's coming out.
The crit has come out. We've got nothing so far.
No damage.
Frag so far.
Okay, they finally counter Eames. That's big. That's big.
Stickies.
There's no sticks on point now, but they need to get the sentry gun. The sentry gun is dead now. There's a soldier on balcony right now. It's still 2 minutes left. 4Toast, they have to cap it soon though. But it's a snipe from Yeehaw onto Neo right now. Heavy's up onto point. There's no real other presence. No one actually standing on it. It's Nevo going down to the point. There's so many soldiers. The medics flying around. Soldiers sitting behind here. The pipes are coming out of Lucas, but there's no real follow-up. The health on Ora is just not there, but he's the only one forwards. No one else can follow it up. It's 1.5 minutes now. 2 minutes. For 2 rounds, 4Toast. They have to go on immediately, but it's Tomas just gets cleaned up. Neo gets the first kill onto Yeehaw, but not the second one. It's getting harder and harder. They have to press W pretty much right now, eepily.
Yeah, I mean, Domo's just got to get ready to use this. Let's just see it. Let's just see it. Let's give me the scout crits, hit every single shot, and Trump's just used the Uber instead.
Wait, no way. No, don't stop. Don't go into lost like that. They get the kill into Trump! Wait, no. Tomas has gotten 2. Lucas is dead, but I feel like that doesn't really matter. They've managed to clean up pretty much everyone on the point. It's 1 minute left already. That is, in theory, time, I think, maybe. But there we go. He's gonna have to Neo. Just kills everyone. He's gotten 3. Can he fight the 4th? There's 26 HP on Yeehaw, but he wins it in the end. Now, I think, finally, the nail was like, people missed it. They kept trying to hit it in the coffin. They get the round in the end for 4Toast, but 30 seconds is just not going to be enough time. Ora Elektro run away with it. It was 2 very, very close maps, but 2 wins is all you need. And Ora, not 4Toast, will be the ones walking into the grand finals tonight.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Like Herculean effort on the side of Ora Elektro is absolutely huge, and they played with just so much confidence as well. So much confidence. They just walked in, they took their fights, and they looked so good doing it as well. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Dying a few moments of the game. Chris is getting another couple frags onto his logs. That is gonna be it. GG's have been called. This is Ora Elektro, yep, punching that ticket into our grand finals.
Yeah, wow. I mean, we said it once, we said it twice. We're gonna say it a lot more. I think for me, especially, it was just the flank out of Ora Elektro. Yeehaw, Chris, both magnificent performances. We were a little bit worried in the beginning before going into the game about whether or not Hugo would be able to keep up. Runs has been playing with the team for pretty much most of the season. Besides that one time where the best player ever decided to play instead. But unfortunately, for Toast, it didn't matter. Hugo fit like a glove, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, Hugo, the fact that Ron's played the warm-up as well, it's not even getting Hugo in as a Merc for the day. Ron's played the warm-up. You're getting him in just like as a Merc for the official. And then, to perform anywhere near this level is genuinely incredible. So massive shout out to Hugo there. And it just shows, obviously, the huge amount of work that's gone into the team play for Ora Elektro in general, because they still just seem so confident, even with a slight change of rosters. We've got some logs a second we can throw up on the screen if you want to take a look at some more numbers here. Obviously, huge stuff in the form of Eames, and as always, I don't know, Wiethoofd just gets frags. The man's just a fragging machine. There's nothing more that can be said about it.
Yeah, Wiethoofd once again going crazy. I think, once again, big shout out to Chris. I think, honestly, what we have to look at, eepily, we live in a world where eepily, oh my god, I'm gonna try.
Are you okay?
We live in a world. We live in a world finals, where Eames is outperforming Lucas, which is like, the fact that exists in my life is just unreal. I don't know what to say. Eames looks like, you look at those logs; those speak for themselves. He was playing so well. Lucas just unfortunately got caught out a few too many times, and so, like, honestly, I feel like they're just so good at catching players out on 4Toast, and that just, I mean, they just ran away with it from that point on. It was hard fought, but they just get it.
Yeah, it's kind of, it was interesting both maps, just because obviously it came down to a 1 round difference, but like that momentum swing almost happened when kind of theoretically Ora had already won. Obviously, it was still technically possible for them to lose, but that was when a lot of the momentum change happened. So, like, even though it was very, very close, I feel like Ora deserves almost like a little bit more credit than what the logs actually say, because they were just in control.
So, I mean, I'm actually not sure what happened in the lower bracket, as I'm not sure if he's still casting. But that means, of course, Ora Elektro, they're moving on to the finals now. This was the upper bracket final. There is a... okay, so apparently first map for the other game, which was the Frenchies versus Garda. First map, Gully 3-0 for a team, I don't know. Dumb has a weird stream layup, and it looks like now they're going into a golden cap on Snakewater as well. So the winner of Garda Panteria versus the Frenchies will be playing against 4Toast in the lower bracket finals to see who the second team in the finals will be. We do have double elim this time around, but 4Toast, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, they have a bit of homework to do. I feel like there are multiple members of that team that can and should be able to step up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Like this, not to downplay Ora's work, because I mean, we've just spent the last hour saying about how good they are. This did not feel like a 4Toast that was firing on all cylinders. This
really did not. No.
Yeah, they were kind of getting torn apart a little bit. So, oh my god, wait, is this an interview that we have?
Are we finally doing interviews again?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't unmute him, so
I can't unmute him either.
We're gonna do a 1-man interview with your boy Eames.
No, I'm giving it to my team. No one has this moment.
Oh,
exciting. We're joined by Eames now. How are you feeling after destroying Pappy's hopes and dreams and having Cadus call you the future?
Having Cadus call me the future? That's much bigger, honestly. Hold on, let me just type to my team 1 second. Or if you can give me the number details. Actually, I got it. It's fine. Yeah, feeling pretty good. We played pretty well.
Nice, short and sweet. I like it.
Sorry, I was typing. Yeah, it was. Well, we were pretty confident coming into it, I think. It was obviously very... Just to clarify, so no, we did not cut Ron's, despite Trump's name.
He's cut.
Ron's is like moving around at the moment, and he thought he was going to have internet, but then he literally ran out of 4G like 5 minutes before the official. So, that was a bit of a fail. So we got in Hugo, but luckily Hugo filled his shoes pretty well, actually. Fit in there very nicely, so that was very nice of him. And yeah, played good.
How big of a switch up was it to get Hugo in? Honestly, from our perspective, seems like nothing really changed. he played really well, honestly, all considering. Was it hard to sort of switch up? Was there anything you had to do to sort of get him into the loop?
Hold on. If someone could message anyone on my team the password to this bundle, because I don't seem to have a copy it. But that would be good, so that they can actually come in. You don't have to only listen to me. But how was the switch up? Honestly, I didn't notice it that much. I wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest. Ron usually just does his own thing, and the only thing you have to tell him not to do is to feed. So I didn't really. I mean, it's a good thing, but like I didn't really notice that Hugo was playing, so he fit in pretty well.
Yeah, he played pretty good. So coming into the finals now, you are in the upper bracket finals. You're in the finals, sorry, you won the upper bracket finals. Going into the lower bracket finals, it's going to be 4Toast versus a team that I'm not sure of quite yet because the other match hasn't finished, because you guys decide to play on the same day. Who would you, let's start it off this way. Who are you most afraid of the 4 teams? Is it 4Toast, of the 3 teams in playoffs besides you? Is it 4Toast?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yes.
How have we got Rons of all people? This is like the most scuffed interview we've ever done.
Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, Rons.
Yo.
Hi, Rons, how's that
There
game for
we
you?
go.
Yeah. What did you say, sorry?
How was the game for you? Do you think you played well?
Dude, I can explain. Okay, like, right.
He's gonna talk us through how he got cut.
Dude, my fucking internet sucks dicks. I can't play. Like, there's no way. I played the pre-scrim before the official, and I ran out of internet just before the official. So we got Ugo. You know, that's what happened. You can even check my logs. Like, that's I'm sad but happy at the same time. I don't know how to describe it.
Sad but happy. That's good enough for me. Trum, how about you? You played the game and everything. Were you
pretty good?
Were you pretty confident going into that? You guys definitely played with a lot of confidence. Eames was saying, you know, kind of was feeling pretty good about it. Do you echo that sentiment? Did you kind of go in thinking, yeah, this is our game to win, or what were you thinking?
No, I feel like under this season, me and Nevo and like Eames, our combo just got really nice synergy together, and then we were able to do things like all together and everything. But like on Snake, I feel like I played like really, really bad. I got caught like so many times, 2 rocketed and like other stuff.
Fair. And yet you still managed to win it, so, you know, I guess...
yeah, my team is so good, bro.
Well, exactly. Obviously, you guys, a few weeks into the season, ended up changing out Scruff for Wiethoofd, who's kind of a bit of a powerhouse right now, I will say. I have no idea what the reasoning behind kind of Scruff. I assume he left and then he just kind of picked up things. But he's kind of Wiethoofd. So I'm kind of curious. Is Wiethoofd like a fundamental way to how you play? Do you do anything specific with him, or do you just say go frag and we'll play our game?
I suppose fairly fundamental. I mean, he does make a lot of plays. He likes to go behind, and we're usually playing off that fairly well. I mean, it's not like we're basing the entire team around him, I guess, but we do know that our flank plays very aggressively, and you know is often doing something somewhere. So I guess that's one thing we've been working on this season, is to like have our combo be in sync with that and ready to follow up and that kind of thing. And it's quite easy to do on Reckoner in particular, because it's the kind of map where you can just bust the flank all the time. So yeah, that's why we picked it, I guess.
Makes sense. Fair enough. Right, Wandum. Go on, give me some questions or wrap things up. Those are options.
I think I can update the stream and say that 4Toast looks to play the Frenchies in the lower bracket finals. They just took it on 2 maps, Golden Cap on the second one against Garda Panteri. Eames, there's one of my favorite videos on the internet is a video of a Quake player called Cooler. He's being interviewed, and next to Cooler is the player he just beat. And then the interviewer asked Cooler what tips he would give to Strengths. And I'm going to ask you the same thing, Eames. Now that you are officially proclaimed the new king of TF2, what tips would you give to Pappy to walk away as a victor in the lower bracket final?
Oh, I don't know about that. We won one in best of 3.
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's not one yet.
It's,
I'm playing next official. That's a big fucking difference. Lose. Like, not gonna be captain. It's not gonna be Hugo. It's gonna be me. Like,
yeah.
The big moment.
You know, if I lose grand final, runs, dude. I'm telling you, it's like I'm over.
There are no tips I could give Pappy. He's a perfect player.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
Okay,
That was
I'm
my only
wrapping
question.
things.
Ian.
I'm wrapping things up there, Wanda. We've derailed enough. Right. Congratulations, Ora. Well done. You guys great at the game. Commiserations for 4Toast, but they still have another shot because we're in double limb territory. Let's do some shout outs, Eames. Say something.
Shout out to Ron's internet.
Let's go.
I guess. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Hugo for stepping in at the last minute. Shout out to you guys for casting. Yeah, that's it.
Ron's your turn. Even though you didn't technically play, you still get shout outs.
Shout out to all the Frenchies, you know. Shout out to all the Frenchies, and especially the Frenchies that fucking won tonight. Like, GG's, man. Because, yeah, I didn't play. I'm sad, but, you know. I hope I can see you in grand finals. It would be insane.
It would be.
Could be playing for the Frenchies.
Go on, Trump. Your turn.
Shout out to Nubi, Daga, and Courses, and all the Ora Elektro players, and for the cast.
Cool. One.
Shoutouts to my computer that has a fan that is making a lot of noise right now. It's really annoying. I'm trying to make it shut up. It's not working. That's it. Eepily, what are your shoutouts before we end this car crash of an interview?
My shoutouts are to the entirety of Team Fortress 2, apart from the people who got banned recently. Anti shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to the idea of watching a good grand finals. Obviously, we will have our lower bracket, whatever it's called, final at some point coming up. We will have our grand finals at some point. Obviously not scheduled yet. Keep an eye on TFTV and the old Twitters to find out more about that.
I think it's
but
tomorrow.
until then. But until then, we're leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye.